Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to TheRightTalk. It's Saturday, November 13th, 9:30 a.m., ready to go with the show. Welcome aboard. It's been 3 weeks since our last broadcast, and I know you folks aren't here for me. You're here for the star of our show, and that would be Ryan Hood. So let's go ahead and patch him in and welcome aboard, and let's get started with the show. So there you are, Ryan. Welcome. Hello to everybody.
Hey guys, it's me again.
What do you got to say for yourself today, Mr. Ryan Hood?
Well, I got up from bed and ready to go to do this wonderful show.
All right. So, what makes this show wonderful?
I can see my buddy.
It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
So what happened those last 2 weeks? You want to share with our audience? Because I was ready to go both Saturday mornings. Called you and said, "Hey Ryan, let's go. You ready?" What did you tell me?
Well, one of them is because I was going to a East Carolina game.
That was last week.
Yeah. And last Saturday I was in a wedding.
And the host of the show had no idea. Got everything all set up, and Ryan was gone.
And I feel kind of bad of doing that to my buddy.
Well, I didn't bring it up again for you to feel badly. I just wanted to explain to our guests, that they were missing you, and just wanted to give them an explanation why we weren't available, because you had other commitments.
Yeah, I had other commitments that I had to get done, but I am finished now, and I'm glad that I'm doing this today, and I will be doing it next Saturday too.
Oh, next Saturday, so we can look forward to that. Very good. Well, thanks for agreeing to do the show next week too, Ryan. I appreciate it. So I'll be all set up, and we'll be ready to go at 9:30 once again.
That is correct.
All right. So I see your background is a little bit different today. What's that all about?
Well, well, you know that I am part Cherokee.
Okay. Well, why don't you explain that to our audience? What does all that mean?
Well, I don't know the full story about these trail of cheaters.
Okay.
I am part Cherokee Indian, but I don't know how much that I have in me. But I'm also half Irish and Scottish also, and well, part of my family was first founded in Germany also.
Okay. All right.
And I think I'm part German.
Okay. Would you like to do the rest of the show in German?
No, because I don't know what to say in German.
Oh, well, say whatever's on your mind.
Because I got so used to talking in English.
Oh, okay. Well, so where does the German side of your family come from?
The ones that is from Germany is on my mom's side.
Okay. All right. So how did your mother get to the country? Was she born
Well,
in the
actually,
country, in the United States?
technically, she was from here in Goldsboro.
Oh, okay. So her parents were, or her grandparents were in Germany, and how did they get to the United States? Do you know?
That is very hard to explain.
Oh, well, we don't have much time to do all that. But try.
Yeah.
Try to give us the brief version.
Um. Well, me and my aunt Charlene, before she passed away, me and her was working on our family genealogy,
Okay, well, that's exciting.
and we, um, and then she knew, that part of her family, mm, part of her family and my mom's family is has part German, and and she didn't know anything about that, but she did some work and she found out.
Okay. Now you said the word genealogy. What does that mean, Ryan? What's genealogy?
Genealogy is another word of history.
Okay, so it had nothing to do with like finding a genie in a bottle or something like that.
No.
No. Okay.
Genealogy is for um uh, family tree, something like that.
Okay, there you go. I appreciate you breaking that down. Um, okay, so that's your family tree to find out where you came from. So, Irish, German, Scottish. Do you ever wear a skirt?
No.
Oh, you don't? Do you drink a lot of beer?
Well, no, I don't drink beer, but the other thing that you were talking about, um, that dress is called a kilt.
A kilt? Yeah, I know. I was just kind of using, wanted to make sure everybody understood. So you don't wear a dress or a skirt, but you wear a. No, I've seen you wear a dress before.
Oh yeah, that brought me
I have
some
seen
memory
that.
back.
Yeah. Oh boy. I don't have that picture up yet, but and you don't wear a kilt. Um, so back to this. Do have you ever slept in a teepee?
No, but I want to.
Oh, okay. Because you're part Cherokee. So where does that part of your history background come from, Ryan?
Well, for the Cherokee Indian, um, my dad's family was part Cherokee Indian also, and my mom's side too. But I don't know what else to say about that one.
Okay. So your mother has Cherokee and your father has Cherokee.
Hmm.
Your mother's family is from Germany. Your father's family is from where?
Well, well, my mom's side of Germany was first founded in Germany, but my dad's family, um, where my dad is from, is Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. And there's a lot of Cherokee Indians in that area, right? Because that's not far from Cherokee, North Carolina. I mean, it's a lot closer than we are, anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South Carolina is about 6 hours away.
Greenville, South Carolina is what? 6 hours away?
Yeah.
Okay. That's quite a drive. Do you like going there?
Yeah.
What do you do there in Greenville, South Carolina?
Um, well, we still have cousins that lives in Clemson, South Carolina.
Okay.
and and that is on my dad. That's on my dad's side of the family.
Okay. Well, speaking of Clemson, you're a big Clemson Tiger fan.
That's right.
Yeah. Is it difficult to be a fan in the year 2021 for the Clemson Tigers?
I don't think so.
Okay, but they're not winning. I mean, all you ever did was win, 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 and now they're losing. What's that all about? How does that make you feel? What's Ryan Hood think about the Clemson Tigers today?
Well, it's because of their new quarterback. He needs to step up, and they they had a winning streak of beating State all the time, and now they got beat by State.
By NC State?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Clemson beat NC State? I mean, NC State beat Clemson this year?
no.
Oh. But do you think they will?
I was saying that Clemson used to beat NC State
Uh-huh.
about 8 times already, but Clemson lost against State for this year.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Pardon me, that was my misunderstanding. Okay. Uh, so what's this shirt you're wearing? Oh, go ahead, continue, and then we'll talk about your shirt. Still talking about Clemson?
Well, I did have a Clemson shirt on in bed, but I didn't want you to think that I was um mm, that I was still in bed.
Oh, okay. No. As a matter of fact, Ryan contacted me earlier today, and he just wanted to get on our Skype right away. Why did you want to connect on Skype so soon, Ryan, before the show?
It's because that I have been missing my buddy Todd for a long time,
So we,
and I just want to see him.
that's pretty sweet. And I missed you, Ryan. So don't do that to me again, okay? Don't leave me like that.
Oh, I won't. Next time I do that, I will give you a call beforehand.
Okay, so we'll do a little bit of planning, right? So then, okay, well that's
Yeah.
very courteous of you. We learn by doing. We're going to get through it. So tell us about this shirt. Let me get a good view of your shirt. Is it a Star Trek thing or what's going on there?
Do I wish I had a Star Trek shirt? This one is just, this one is just a little a wick shirt that I put on before I put on a golf shirt.
Oh, okay.
This is something that keep me warm. But
I didn't know what that logo was. Didn't know if there was anything significant because.
mm,
All right. So you called me last night, and you were watching something on TV. What was it?
Star Trek.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about that episode and what you liked about it?
Well, there's not a whole lot to say about that, but I could name some of the actors.
Oh, please do.
Um, you know, William Shatner was on on the original Star Trek,
Mm-hmm.
and then Patrick Stewart was Son Luke. Um, he came in after William Shatner came out.
Okay. Who's Patrick Stewart?
Patrick Stewart was Son Luke. on Star Trek.
Okay.
And there's another one. Do you remember that guy who used to do um reading Rainbow?
I
I
do
can't.
not. I do not.
Well, he was on there. Uh, his the only way for him to see, he had a little strip around his eyes.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Who was that?
That's the one who started reading Rainbow, and and I can't remember his actor name on Star Trek.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with Reading Rainbow. I think I'm a few years older than you, so I didn't get into that. I think I was basically Sesame Street and Electric Company.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a few more shows too. It's called Nash Bridges.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a good show. And and Baywatch.
Now wait a minute. That's Ryan's favorite is Baywatch. Is it because all those pretty girls running around?
That's one of them. That's one of the reasons.
What's the other reason that Ryan likes Baywatch so much?
And the other reason is because the way they save lives.
Oh, and I knew that was that's pretty much your main reason, right? Is saving lives and helping others, which is Ryan's motto. He's all about that. And we've talked about this in the past, that you're learning CPR, right? And you're going to be is it a paramedic or what is it that you're wanting to be? Not a paramedic. Is it a paramedic? What do you want to do?
It I was hoping to be a EMT EMS assistant.
There you go. Ian, there you go. Yeah. When is your next class? Do you have it scheduled or is the China virus still interrupting all that?
I don't know, but I wish that I wish that some of our EMT and the EMS stations can offer classes at their stations,
Okay.
but that would be nice.
Well, all right. So we did create a list before we got started. We've kind of already covered some of those things. As always, matter of fact, what Ryan and I, when we first met, kind of the thing that drew us to each other was the political scene. We both had the same ideals and thoughts on the political realm, right? I mean, we're just like twins. We think the same way along those lines. And Ryan is extremely popular among the political folks. So they all know him, they all love him, and
Oh yeah.
and Ryan helps support them, spreading the good news for the good politicians. Now the bad ones. Now Ryan will be nice to them and he'll be friendly because that's Ryan. He's got that Christian mindset, but he's not going to support them. Ryan will. He'll be nice, but he's not, but he's going to tell the truth. He's going to tell if those politicians are behaving badly, Ryan has no problem sharing what he has issues with. For example, we have a governor in North Carolina. Go ahead, Ryan. Tell us about the governor.
I hate to talk about our governor, but I know that he's doing some bad things here in North Carolina.
Yeah. So what should we? Oh, go ahead. Continue your thought.
He is trying to keep this virus going, and
Right.
I know that that's not right.
What do you mean by that?
Well, um, I know that this China virus. I hope I got that right.
You did get it right. I saw you smiling. You smile when you say China virus. It's kind of cute.
And I just wish that this stuff can leave us alone, um, and get us back to normal. Because because I want to go to where Todd is and have our um right talk shows together.
That would be wonderful. We'll have a guy's weekend and just spend the weekend together, go do things, go out to eat and go to the park and stuff,
That's
walk the dog, do the show. Yep.
and, and we could have our right talk Christmas party.
Oh, okay. Have a Right Talk Christmas party. That could be fun.
And all the decorations can be in the right talk colors, yellow and red.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Um, what does so if the governor has taken powers, and a lot of people have rescinded their powers. For example, a lot of the North Carolinians, a lot of the United States populace has given up their powers, thinking they were going to be safe and whatever. And when these politicians, they think they have certain powers, they don't want to give them back up to the people, right? Well, myself and Ryan haven't given them any powers whatsoever, because we believe in the Constitution, we believe in freedom, and the government is there to work for us. They're supposed to disclose everything that they are doing, but we as Americans, we are free and we have a right to privacy. So whatever we're doing is none of their business. We don't have to disclose anything to these politicians, but politicians, on the other hand, have to disclose everything for us. It's supposed to be transparent, but we operate under privacy, under the Constitution. They've forgotten all of that, haven't they, Ryan?
Yes, they have. They have forgotten about what's going on in our life.
That's right. So if we were to get back to normal, what does that mean? What needs to change for things to get back to normal for Ryan Hood?
Well, I know for getting back to normal, we don't have to wear our face mask anymore. Um, we don't have to be 6 feet apart anymore. And that's two things that I know that we can get back to normal.
Okay.
But I know that Todd will add more.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll take that cue and move forward with it. So the masks, well, I don't wear a mask. And
Either.
yeah, I'm proud of you. You've stood up, right? You've stood up to against him. I was at an event. It was at it was at ECU, by the way, and I was speaking at that event on Memorial Day, actually. Everybody had a mask on. I'm like, oh no, they're going to make us wear a mask, and I wasn't going to stick around. I wasn't going to wear one. Anyway, I walked in wearing a suit and tie. I walked in the place. Not one person said anything about a mask, and I think I was the only one that wasn't wearing a mask in the entire place. There was 100+ people in there. And then during the intermission, the person that was in charge says, hey, talking to the people that were eating there was a lunch break, and people were eating and they were taking off their mask, but the person in charge says, hey, when you finish eating, you got to put your mask back on. And, I was listening to her, but then I conveniently pretended like I wasn't paying attention. But anyhow, she said something that made me just I didn't have a mask. And again, she said, we're on the ECU campus and they have to wear a mask. And she said, we strongly encourage you to wear a mask. And she said, strongly encourage. And what that means to me is, they're strongly encouraging you to wear a mask, but that doesn't mean it's required. So I just ignored it and I didn't wear a mask. And anyway, I wasn't part of the hierarchical structure there, so I didn't have to bend to the powers. But not one person asked me to wear a mask. Yes, Ryan?
You should have told her this. It's not the law to wear them.
Yeah. I didn't want to even bring it up. I didn't even want to acknowledge it, Ryan, but I'm with you. You're absolutely right. I just didn't even want to bring it to their attention. I just pretended, not pretend. I just went about business as normal. And I even talked to the lady at the end, thanked her for inviting me. She loved the presentation. She was happy with what I did there. And she had red, white, and blue, God bless America colors. I had my pin, my flag, U.S. flag. But not once did she refer to me not wearing a mask. Nobody said anything. Nobody was critical of it. So anyway, guys, folks out there, don't just willingly submit to these senseless mandates. I mean, if they're strongly recommending, it's quite different than required. They're two different things. So if they're strongly recommending, that means you don't really have to submit to it. So why would you willingly submit to it? People are so worried that they're going to have a confrontation. Well, let me tell you what, our freedoms weren't free. And we just don't relinquish them without giving it a second thought. Don't do it easily. Right, Ryan? Don't just give it up.
Yeah, that's correct.
And the one thing is that when people are wearing their mask, they're always doing this with their mask. So they're bringing in, they're breathing in and breathing out, and you got all this, there's germs on the outside of that mask. What are they doing? They're touching their mask, readjusting it all the time. They're contaminating. When I was in the Marine Corps, we had nuclear biological warfare training, or nuclear biological chemical warfare training. And it's easy to contaminate things. You touch something and then touch something else. Why is it that people that are recommending masks, people wearing masks all over the place, those masks get dirty and disgusting, but you don't see any biohazard bins for people to place those dirty masks? You see them laying on the ground or whatever. There's nobody's paying attention to that. Guys, we got to start thinking for ourselves, thinking critically. They don't work. Now, the 6 feet thing, Ryan, you said staying 6 feet apart. None of us, I don't see any people adhering to that. I don't think it's really a big deal, but they put that in our minds. Now, what that means to me is, I think they want the 6 feet apart thing is for those people that aren't wearing masks, such as myself, that we can be visible on video so they can do face recognition and be able to figure out who those people are that aren't complying. But if you're closer than 6 feet, you have an opportunity to have your face covered to any cameras. But if you're 6 feet apart from everybody, they be able to easily identify you. So I'm pretty sure I'm on a list somewhere. But that's okay. I have the Constitution. I'm not afraid to use it. Anyway, so back to normal. What are you going to do to make sure things stay normal?
Well, to stop wearing the mask, and stop being 6 feet apart.
Okay.
But I don't have that in my mind. But I knew that something is not right.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, Ryan, we have a handful of viewers, and I think they want to hear what you have to say, but we have a few minutes left. We've already gone 30 minutes, which is usually our time limit, but since we have a few viewers, do you want to reach out to them and see if they want to, why don't you reach out to them? What do you have to say to them, and maybe you can challenge them to ask you a question or something.
Well, guys, I know this is very important, but you need to acknowledge that, to acknowledge what Todd is saying and what I'm saying about the face mask wear and the 6 feet apart. Don't do it, because it's all about politics, and whatever that our governor is saying is not true. Because I know that I don't like to say this about anybody, but for our governor, he's a big lie here in North Carolina. We need a better we need a better governor that knows the right thing for us. And I think, personally myself, I think Mark Robertson is going to run for our governor's seat.
Oh, I sure hope so.
And he will be the first black person to be our governor in history.
I love Mark Robertson, and he's actually a personal friend of yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan knows all of the politicians. While we're talking about the politics, I wanted you to reach out to those viewers, Ryan. You may have had a question, or maybe you could ask them to put something in the chat where they can ask you a question.
If there's any comments or any questions that you want me to ask, go ahead and put it down because I would love to answer the questions and to hear the comments.
There you go. You heard it from Ryan Hood. So for those people in the chat, thanks for watching our live broadcast. And feel free to put something in the chat. Ask Ryan a question. It could be about anything. You're going to be amazed at how diverse Ryan is with his thoughts. He's a smart fella. And I love watching him shine. I love watching him get challenged and then come up with the answers. He's got a beautiful smile, too, if you haven't noticed. So while we're talking about the governor, let's move away from politics briefly. I think that one of the topics you wanted to talk about was Elvis. What's that all about?
Well, he is one of the greatest entertainers
What makes him the greatest? I mean, why do you say that?
because there's one thing that he says to everybody that I'm not such a king, Christ is king. I'm just a entertainer.
Okay, so people refer to Elvis as the king, and Elvis corrected them, saying, no, Christ is king. I'm just simply an entertainer. Is that what Elvis said?
Yes.
Something like that? Yeah. Okay.
And take me, for instance. Ryan Hood is not king. Christ is king. I'm just a Christian man wants to do the right thing with the right talk and his audience.
So you say you're a Christian man, Ryan. What does that mean to you? Would you explain to our audience what it means that when you say you're a Christian man?
It means that I am radiant, clean, courteous, and I know that I have a smart mind.
So you're radiant?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
And I don't live by my wits. I live by the love of God.
Okay. Can you give us an example of how you've applied those principles?
Well, I know that it makes me feel good. My heart is clean. My mind has all kinds of memories. But 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 sometimes I don't know that Todd had noticed, but I stay worried a lot lately because ever since I lost my best friend, like a brother to me back in 2014, man, that really cuts right there. That really hurts. But I'm still searching for that best friend slot.
Yeah. I know that was devastating. It was traumatic for you, Ryan. And was his name was Glenn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nobody will ever take his place, and it's good that you remember him. And was he a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. So you know that he's in a better place, right? He's safe, and maybe he's out there looking out for you, helping you traverse through all the obstacles that we all face in this world today.
And when he was working with me, he knows how to work with me because of the Down syndrome. Because he had a sister that's Down syndrome also, and that's why he knows how to work with me.
Okay. Did you meet his sister?
Yeah.
Is she still in the area?
She lived with her parents.
In Goldsboro?
Yes.
Okay. Now you've talked about Down syndrome in the past.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about, you even mentioned it yesterday with me on the phone. Do you want to enlighten our audience for those that aren't familiar with Down syndrome? You want to share a little bit about it?
Sure. Um, about Down syndrome. I know, for healthy purposes, they always get big on the tummy and the other part that I'm not going to say.
You say the backside.
Yeah, and and it's very very hard um to get rid of it. But at least that we are trying to lose the weight, but it's very hard for the Down syndrome people like myself.
Okay. What are some other attributes of Down syndrome?
Um, Most of them, like me, is very smart,
No question about that. And our audience obviously sees that about you.
and sometimes they can take it. Sometimes they can take it a little bit slow at times. Kind of like sometimes I take notes on my phone
Hmm.
to help me um to help me to know if I came up with a idea. I know that I can't go to the person and talk to them. I just write the note on my phone,
Hmm.
and then sometime later I could go back and look at those notes and see what I could do in action to do that.
And you've put that into practice with our show. You think of an idea you want to talk about in our show, you'll put it in the notes, and then you'll compile all of those and you'll send it to me, and then we'll talk about it during the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As we continue, we still have a couple of viewers on here, so if you want to go ahead and chime in and ask Ryan a quick question, we'll stick around. We'd love to answer any questions, or Ryan would love to answer any questions, I'm sure. So let's continue to elaborate more on Down syndrome. What are some of the other attributes?
Um, some of the opportunities for Down syndrome. We just can't. We, I know some of them can't focus. So some of them can focus on certain things that they can do or not to do. And, and sometimes we get confused about things. Like if a if a if a Down syndrome person like myself, if they put me on 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 jury duty in court, we might not know what's going on. We get confused, and plus, by knowing my parents, um, I, they won't. I bet they won't let me go into a jury duty without a adult supervision
Okay.
and tell me what's going on.
Ah, have you been sequestered to get on the jury before?
No, never.
Okay. Would you like to serve on a jury panel?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I've been on jury duty and I've served. As part of our civic duties. But I can appreciate what you say there. Anything else about Down syndrome that you think maybe oftentimes I think you said something about the eyes, your eyes or something before.
Yeah. I know that most Down syndrome has a cross-eyed in their eyes,
Okay.
and And, and Todd, I don't know that you can see it because I have glasses on, but I can take them off and then you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
And and that's what Down syndrome has.
All right. So so basically your eyes are a little bit closer together, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
All right. Are you seeing double?
sometimes, but
Uh,
not all the time.
Not right now. I mean, when you look at me, you don't see two of me, do you?
Mm-mm.
That'd be a problem.
And
Double trouble.
I can see how handsome that Todd is.
Oh, you're a kind fella. You see double trouble. All right, buddy. Well, let's move right along. We talked about politics, Elvis, Trail of Tears, college football. Anything you wanted to elaborate on the college football spectrum?
Um, there might be a Clemson game tonight or later in the afternoon. There might be a NC State game or a ECU game.
Okay. All right. So there might be some football games of interest. We don't know when they are, but they may be today. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, one last thing we wanted to talk about was Action Club.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
And you know that the Action Club of Goldsboro is doing pretty well, and our advisor appointed me as president of our club.
Congratulations. That's no surprise to the Right Talk. Ryan Hood, president of the Action Club of Goldsboro once again. How many times have you been president?
This is my second one.
How many members do you have?
Well, it used to be between 30 to 40 people.
Okay. And now it's probably waned down a bit because of the China virus. But so how many
Yeah,
members do you think you have now?
between 10 to 15 people.
Okay. So that means you're going to have to do a little bit of recruiting, and maybe that's just, look around, look under rocks and stuff to see where these people went and get them back in the club.
But I wish that Todd is real close by here in Goldsboro. If, if we could love for him to be in the Action Club of Goldsboro.
Yeah. As an advisor for you folks.
Yeah,
Um, I think I visited your club years ago. What did I do there? I think I talked to you guys.
I still have the pictures to
Oh, you
prove
have
it.
pictures of me talking to your club?
I don't know. I don't know that I have that or not, but I have one picture of us together um at the boxing club when the Parks and Rec had the boxing club program.
Uh huh.
You know, I still have that one.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we got a lot of pictures together, dressed up as different characters or in normal clothes, and we've had some good times. Uh,
And and I hope sometime we could dress up like Star Trek.
okay, that's an idea. We haven't talked about that before. Hey, real quick, we do have a Facebook page. Do you want to share that too with our audience?
Yes, guys, please make a like on our Right Talk page on Facebook. We got up to 91 people that liked it.
And okay, just for those viewing and that'll be watching the rebroadcast, Ryan is the admin of the Right Talk Facebook page. He's done everything on there, and all of a sudden, it's just been a storm of activity, and that's because all of Ryan's friends and contacts. He's been doing the promotions, and all of a sudden, just in the past few weeks, you've accumulated 90 plus people that have liked the page. Is that correct?
91.
All right. So we'll put this broadcast on the Right Talk Facebook page. Go ahead, Ryan.
It might be more than 91, but I could check it out.
Okay. Well, we don't need to know right now. I mean, but we do want to be able to give people direction on going there.
Well, it's up right now.
Okay. He's looking it up right now. He didn't take long. He's a
I was
technological
right.
guru. Huh?
I was right. It's still right at 91
91.
likes.
All right. Well, we need those viewers that are on right now to boost us up a bit more. All right, Ryan. I
But
think. What else? Go ahead.
and we need up to 2,500,000 likes.
2,500,000.
Yeah.
That's quite a few. We got a ways to go. That would be wonderful. 2,500,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how to count that high, but that sure would be something else if we could get that many viewers. We may have to step up our game a bit and start dressing up as women or something to get their attention.
or 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 do our shows together.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah, we talked about that. All right. Anything else you want to say before we close out, Ryan?
Well, the spin cycle ends right here at the Right Talk.
You heard it here.
And and always dream big, pray hard, never quit.
You heard it here, folks. Ryan Hood speaks, shares his infinite wisdom. We had a great day of talking about Ryan Hood, what's on his mind. So we're going to be back here with the Right Talk next week. Next week, November 20th at 9:30 a.m., always on Saturday mornings. You can find us on YouTube at The Right Talk. So until next time, folks, thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the future. And you take care, and God bless.